Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Alright, here we go. This time we are joined by our great friend Delay and my friend Litton. Again, we literally... Anyway, we just recorded the other thing. Oh my god, these ads. I hate them. Whatever. Who cares? But we're going to do the tier list. S through F. Let's start with a kilo. I'm going to put it in a solid A tier. It's better than Deinonychus, design-wise. I also kind of like the mobbing ability, to be honest. But to be real with you, I think they could do a lot better with that design. Also has some really cool calls, I'll give it that. It has some really cool calls. But I just don't... I don't think it's in S tier yet. If they change up the model a little bit and the calls, I think it would do a lot better. And definitely more animations. Litton's child, that's true. That's actually Litton's son. I didn't know if you knew that. Or daughter, I guess, you know. He's ads so much. It's whatever. Alright. Here we go. This boy right here. F tier. No, I'm kidding. I think it deserves A tier. It looks a little wonky with all these brightly colored skins. I think they're a little too brightly colored. Does that make sense? What do you mean last? Lamb is literally my main. Delay. I literally had your art as one of my things. Why would I ever put Lamb in F tier? Let me go through the list first, alright? Alright, so honestly it's a really fun playable. I think the feather textures are kind of bad. I also think it's too brightly colored in a lot of the skins. The remodel did make it look a lot better, actually. I'll put it in S tier. It made it look a lot better. I think it's a little better looking than a kilo. But honestly, pretty good. Pretty good animal. I also like the Walking with Dinosaurs profile for it. I think a kilos could be a little better for Walking with Dinosaurs. Aloe. S tier. I have a lot of fun playing Aloe. I have a lot of fun playing Aloe. I think it sounds really good. It has really good animations. It has really cool abilities. I think it's definitely top tier. Is it the best animal? No. But is it cool? Definitely. Yeah, Aloe is such slay. Delay. I believe that. I'm not even going to talk about that image because they're not going to see it in the video anyway. So it's whatever. Serrano, better playable than Aloe. I'll be honest, I like the animations, I like the new model, I like the abilities, and the profile for Walking with Dinosaurs is really, really good for it. Honestly, there's nothing really I can complain about Serrano. Serrano's pretty top tier. That one guy from Lazy Town, you better put some respect on his title. That is Stefan. Thank you very much. He sadly passed away. Anyway. Concavinator? I think it's A tier. Solid A tier. Pretty good all-terrain animal. I do think it's kind of Jurassic Park raptor-like. Really weird for a concavinator. Yeah, Stefan. That's exactly who I was talking about, Stefan. Why is it not sharing my screen for the thing? That's very weird. There it is. But yeah, Stefan. Oh my god. I literally had no ads during the Isle video, and I keep getting ads for the Passive Titan ones. So I wonder what's going on. Anyway, alright model. Pretty good sounds. I think that could do a little better with the feathering on it, to be honest. But it's whatever, you know. What can you do? Also, Delay. When you got a sec. I need to talk to you about something for the Wings of Dawn content, okay? And I hope you enjoy. That's going to be really funny talk. But, so, Dasp. I think it looks okay. I don't think it's the best animal. I do think T.rex does a better role than Dasp. But it looks a lot better than T.rex in my opinion, so I'm giving it a solid A tier. Little boring, but not bad. Ooh, excuse me, sorry, but not bad. Deinonychus. I think Deinonychus looks worse than Dasp in my opinion. It kind of has this bald face going on, and it doesn't look really good. Um, Too generous. I am not being too generous today. Wait until you see what I put in F tier. You gonna get tilted. Definitely not Lamb though. Lamb is S tier, obviously. I'll explain why once we get to Lamb. But actually, I'm gonna give it B tier. I think Deinonychus doesn't really look that good. It looks okay. It's not great. It's alright. Latin. Definitely A tier. I think it does Deinonychus role way better. Specifically in movement, sounds, and pack structure for walking with dinosaurs. I think it's pretty fun. Delay, I literally told you Lambeosaurus is my main. Why would I ever put it in anything below A tier? Watch this. Ports. Good thing they can't see that. Anyway. But yeah. Sorry guys, there was just a bot. Who cares about bots? Megalania. I'm gonna put it in D tier. It's really cool. It's really cool looking. I like it a lot better than the Isles Megalania, design-wise. But, they feel a little cheesy. They feel a little cheesy. And they also really rely on people using sleeping animations to even attack. And they're kind of like trolling animals. So they're in D tier. If they up to that Venom, I think they would definitely be B tier. But right now, they're kind of in D tier. I don't really like them. I don't really like Megalania. I think it has boring sounds, and the skins are not too good, but they're all right. They're all right. I think Metri does better than Deinonychus. It looks a lot better. It looks cooler. I like the waddle on one of the skins. I think it has really cool venom abilities. I don't really like the healing abilities, so it definitely does not go in S tier. And I feel like Concavinator does the all-terrain animal a lot better than Metri. Metri feels like a bit of a downgrade with Venom. That being said, I like it a lot more than Megalania. I think it has better skins. I think it has better animations. I think it looks a lot cooler. And it's obviously a dinosaur, so it's already going to do better than most reptiles. You like Megalania? That's fine. This is my opinion. You guys don't have to listen to it. You know what I mean? This is my opinion. But, Pycno. Definitely S tier. I love this animal. It's pretty cool. It is... Actually, I'll put it in high A tier. Because it's basically just... It's just Carno. That's all it is. It doesn't even get weird with it. It doesn't. It doesn't get weird with it. Like, oh, you have a really cool animal that might be bigger than Carno. We're going to turn it into Carno. And then we're going to yell at you. Oh my god. I wish these ads would disappear. Sorry, guys. You're just going to see them in the video, I guess. But it's whatever. But it is just Carno. It's just Carno. And that's boring. Sarco. I think Sarco's definitely top A tier. Very fun animal. It kind of just... There's not much you can really do with a crocodilian, unfortunately. But that being said, I think it has a little worse animations. Its animations are pretty bad for a crocodile. I'm gonna be real. That being said, it has really cool sounds and really cool animations for the roaring and stuff like that. But the walk is pretty bad. Unlike the walk or the run or the gallop, when it gets older, that's not normal. Spinosaurus, S tier in my opinion. I like that it's not trying to be T-Rex. It's kind of just its own thing. It just exists. It just vibes. You know? I might as well be getting paid for all these ads showing up in this video. I'm going to tell you right now. They're getting annoying. I like Spino. It has some pretty cool subspecies. I love the fin-tailed ones. I don't know why they didn't do the fin-tailed one. But the fin-tailed one's really cool. It kind of just exists. And that's what I like about it. It just kind of vibes. Even in Walking with Dinosaurs with the server rules, it kind of just vibes. And I really appreciate that about an animal that just kind of vibes. It's very cool. It's a very good designed animal. I like it a lot more. But I do think PvP-wise it's a little weak. But it's not supposed to be PvP. So, you know, that's pretty good. Suko, land Spino. I like it a lot more than regular Spino. That being said, it has pretty cool animations. It has pretty cool everything, actually. It has a really solid attack, really cool animations, really cool sounding. It's just, in my opinion, it's land Spino. It's a very cool animal. I like it a lot. Thoughts so far on the list? Man, that almost made me jump. I'm not gonna lie. T-Rex. F tier. I probably tilted some people in the video. Alright, let me explain. T-Rex, it's boring. In Path of Titans, it's boring. It's too loud. When you walk, half the map can hear you. When you're crouch walking, you're still pretty loud. The model is not the best. The sub and juvenile models are really, really bad. It's also really slow as a baby and really slow as an adult, which it's supposed to be slow, but it almost feels a little too slow. The bites are not that powerful. You can basically get skunked on by all of these animals up here, and also this one. You have there's like even the area of attack effects are not that great. It's Rum can... You tilted me? I did tilt you. I told you. But design-wise, very bad. Roars, they're kind of just playing off of the Isle's the Stomping Land roars. And the reason I know that is because I played enough of that T-Rex the Stomping Lands had to know exactly how it roars sound. And this one uses the same basis. It's not good. It literally uses the same roars and then just changes them up. And there's not enough. It's not enough of a T-Rex to be called T-Rex. It's certainly more T-Rex than the Isles, but the Isles kind of has its own niche. This one's trying to be accurate, but it can't. It can't get there. It's an F tier. That being said, if they did a model update, it would definitely be an A tier. But the model's bad. The roars are bad. The abilities are not great. I don't like playing this T-Rex. I feel too slow. I feel too much of a target. Now, as a T-Rex, you should still feel like a target, but there's usually some kind of reason for it. For this one, it's just like, oh, he's big and slow. Let's kill him. Yeah, T-Rex is supposed to be chunky, but this is too loud. It feels heavy, but it doesn't feel heavy at the same time. It doesn't have the animations to make it feel heavy. It doesn't have the animations to make it feel like a T-Rex. Meanwhile, you go back to the old Legacy Isle and you see those T-Rex animations. They are top tier. Top tier. They look heavier than this T-Rex, and this T-Rex is bigger. It's like a kaiju-sized T-Rex. It's ginormous. And this one feels lighter than the Isles. The issue is that as an adult, it's slow, but it's loud. If you're going to be slow, you gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet. And the reason I say this is because this thing, I try to hunt so much. I had to sit still in a ginormous bush all day, and I barely ever see anyone in the vanilla servers for Walking with Dinosaurs. It gets boring. And I don't want to feel bored. I want to feel like I'm actually hunting something as a T-Rex. That's what I did in the Isle. I would hide in the bush, but I would still hear people just walking on through. They wouldn't just sit in one place. And then as a T-Rex, I actually felt like I was hunting. In this one, it feels like I'm camping in a bush, and then I'm waiting for something that might not even happen. and it's just way too loud. It uses the same sound for, like, not even joking, 4 or 5 animations, and that's annoying to me. Faster food train? Yeah, it needs a faster food train. It needs better sounds. It needs better sounds. Its walking is way too loud. If I can hear you from all the way across the map as a T-Rex, that's too loud. You're not even roaring. You're walking. That's way too loud. F tier. They need to do some serious changes to this guy. Alberto. Solid B tier. I think it's better than Styraco, but honestly, they could do a little better. Loud but not walking. The issue is, again, this is a big animal, but in real life it would be pretty quiet walking. But if I can hear you as some slow sauropod and still outrun you, that's an issue. That's an issue. Delay. You know what? I'm gonna be real. I think Amarga is pretty cool. It sounds pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I think its profile is really fun in walking with dinosaurs. I do wish they gave it less whale sound, so it's not an S tier. But as far as sauropods go, pretty solid pick. I also like that they had the fin, the mixture of the fin and the sail. I mean the sail and the spikes, and then the spikes. So you have some really good options for this guy. The skins aren't too bad, actually. They're pretty good. They made Rex quieter this patch. Well, I'm not going to see that in the video. But if they made it quieter, then solid C tier. They still need to change out the model. It's pretty bad. Like, you're lipless until you get to adulthood, and then your teeth just literally phase into your lips. It's not good. Anna. S tier. Top of the line. Best animal. I love it. It's great. It's what the Isles Anki should be. Any problems with that? Well, hold on. We're not even to lamb yet. Let me explain. I love Anno. It is what Ankylosaurus should be. If they change the name to Ankylosaurus, then this would be the perfect Anki, in my opinion. Just change up that armor ornamentation a little bit, and you'd be perfect. There's no weird hump. It actually plays its role. It's just a slow-moving, eats bushes, smacks the crud out of carnivores. It's really, really good in its role. Issue being that it's way too big. That's the only issue with it. It's way too big. But a lot of these animals are way larger than they actually should be. So it gets a pass. Also, I love its sounds. When it honks, it's very adorable. Yeah, Anno in real life is not this big. But if you change the name to Anki and change up the armor a little bit, it would be very solid. It would be a very good Anki. That being said, S tier because I really like its vibe. It just kind of vibes. Even when you see Annos in official servers, they're just vibing. They don't go after anybody, and when they do, it's really funny because you can just outrun them as anything, even this stinky T-Rex. Bars. I really like Bars. I think it needs a remodel, but sound design, attack design, very cool. I really like it. Just change up the model a little bit and it would go A tier. Right now, though, S tier. Change up the model, S tier. But right now, it kind of looks like Play-Doh. Like I said, oh, I didn't actually put it in the place I wanted. Solid A tier. Solid A tier. I love Bars. Yeah, it gives cow sound, so it's pretty good. It's pretty big. It's definitely a big animal. It's kind of like Shant, but not really. It's very good. Campto. I love Campto. It's very funny. For the memes, definitely S tier. Elio reminds me of a chicken more. I don't think Metri really gives that vibe delay. I'm going to be real. Again, they should be paying me for all these ads being flashed on my screen. Seriously. But yeah, Campto, really funny. I really like its remodel. I like the hop that it does because it makes no sense, but it's so silly. and you doodled that one Camtaroo Jack. Not you, but someone doodled it for me, and I thought it was hilarious. I might use that as the picture for this video. I think I will. But yeah, it's very silly. I love it. Dino Kairos. Solid A tier. I like it. I think Spino does a better job. I think it's held back by the fact you can't really eat any water plants. So you kind of had to go onto land to interact. The design's really good. The sounds are really good. But again, the diet. The diet needs changed up. You also have to sleep to change diets. I don't like that. You should just be able to automatically grab fish, like the Isle. That's the only reason it's in A tier. It would be an S tier, but there are some things holding it back. That being said, very fun playable. I really like it. So that's why it's in A tier. I like playing these guys. The only reason this is an F tier is the model, the sounds. They need to change a lot about this animal. But this right here, very good pick. EO. I think it's a solid B tier. EO should just be renamed to Triceratops at this point. If it was just Triceratops, then I'd definitely put it in the A tier. But it's kind of boring being EO. I'm gonna be real. Not a lot of animals threaten you. This is very weird. To be honest with you, EO's concept is very, very good, but the issue is in practice, it's kind of boring. There's not really much that challenges you because no one really wants to risk fighting. Yeah, the profile needs to be tweaked. The profile needs to be tweaked. If it was tweaked a little bit, then it would definitely go high A tier. But right now, it's very B tier material. Prehistoric Planet, you know. It's basically Rex, except it has a better model. And it also travels in herds, which I really like, but it's kind of riffing off the Saurian's Triceratops, to be honest. Iguanodon. S tier. I love Iguanodon. Iguanodon sounds cool. It has a really good model. It has really wonky running, but I really vibe with it. It's Disney Aladar. That's what it is. And I really like it. I kind of like that it embraces that role. That's not true. We've had trackways of Triceratops size individuals in Hell Creek. May have been Torosaurus. Yeah, it does feel a little overpowered, but also at the same time, like, it's a Iguanodon. In real life, it was pretty overpowered. It was beating the crud out of theropods in its own environment. It didn't even need the shank. It just had powerful arms. Yeah, like I said, they're not found in large groups, but they'd be in small deer-like gatherings, maybe like 4 or 5 individuals that we found tracks of a Triceratops-sized ceratopsian in Hell Creek. Was it Triceratops? Probably not. Could have been Torosaurus, but it was still in small groups. But yeah, Iguanodon was pretty high. I do think it needs a little bit of changes, but to be honest with you, it's a very good Iguanodon. I really like it. I don't think it has the same vibe as the Isle's Tenontosaurus, which was kind of Iguanodon light in the Isle, but it's very good. It's very good. I really like it. Kentro. Love Kentro. I have way more fun playing Kentro than I do Stego. I think Kentro's pretty cute as an animal goes. I really like its profile in the Walking with Dinosaurs realism server. That being said, I think it holds it back because it feels like a lot of people overlook Kentro. Kentro is very fun. I like it a lot more than Stego. I think it has a better profile. I like its sounds. I like its animations. I like its attacks. I also like that you're just kind of like a porcupine. You know? You just kind of vibe. Do your own thing. I like that energy right there. Lamb. Top tier. Top tier. No discussion needed. Looks cool. Sounds cool. The model is the best. Model is the best out of all these dinosaurs. I really like them. I really like the new abilities it has. I like everything about Lamb. There's nothing I don't like. The only issue with Lamb right now is that upright stance looks a little too uncomfortable, but that's it. It is top of the line. I love Lambio. It's my favorite playable. I main it all the time. Super fun. I have a Lamb I haven't even died on in the vanilla server. It's just so good. It's just so good. Packy. Solid A tier. I'd probably put it like right here. Solid A tier. Packy's really fun. I do think the diet really holds it back. I hate that you have to sleep to change your diet instead of just having that diet automatically. Walking with Dinosaurs wise, pretty fun, playable. Vanilla size, it's pretty fun again. It's a very trolly dinosaur, but like I said, it's very fun. I really like it. It sounds cool. It sounds like a billy goat. Stego. I give it solid B tier. I don't really have fun with Stego. Guys, are you guys still on Lambio? I already said it was S tier. S tier. You don't need to sell it to me. I love Lambio. Lambio's like literally the coolest Hadrosaur in my opinion, not even joking. We're not talking about modded animals, we're talking about vanilla. Lamb. Lamb is S tier. Hush Dart, no delay. Well, I'm doing the tier list video. I can't really do that. Styraco. I think Albert kind of does Styraco a little better. I like it a lot more than T.rex. I like it a lot more than Meg. Styraco, Albert really does the Styraco thing better. Styraco has a really beautiful model, in my opinion. That being said, it is really boring. This is low A tier. I kind of like being this guy. I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty funny. It's just basically Gallimimus. It's really good looking Gallimimus. But again, I think the diet thing really holds it back. If they change the dietary requirements, a lot of these animals would be in different places. But they won't do that. So that's why it's right here. Sausage with toothpicks. I don't want to hear it. Okay. Now this is important, guys. Should I talk about pre-nerf or post-nerf hats? Pre-nerf? Pre-nerf, solid S tier. Pre-nerf, solid S tier. They should not have nerfed it. They should not have. It's solid S tier. It's great. I love hats. They massacred it. They need to redo all the changes they did to this guy. If they only changed the attack timing for this guy, it would have literally been the perfect. It would be probably up here. All they needed to do was to change those attacks. But they don't. Post-nerf, it would be down here. Pre-nerf, S tier. Talking pre-nerf, this guy was the flyer. I loved it so much. He was really cool, had really cool sounds. Not many animations, so he is at the bottom of S tier. But speaking ability-wise, very cool. I loved him. Yeah, they massacred hats. Hats is not doing too good right now. They need to reverse a lot of what they did to hats. Sal. B tier. It's doing Pteranodon's job. I don't really like Sal. Sal's kind of boring. I think Ramph does a way better job than Thal. And Ramph is really cute. It's ugly and cute. I wouldn't put it in F tier. You know what? I will put it in C tier. I'll put it in C tier. I don't know why that did that. That's very weird. It's whatever. I meant to put... Here, let's put this in here. Can I get rid of this one? Delete row. E tier. Pretty bad. Yeah. Actually, you know what? That's a good point. D tier. I'm gonna put it in D tier. I think it's really bad. I like it. I like it a lot more than the Tyrannosaurus, but ability-wise, it's very boring. It's very boring. This guy. Reason being, the oceans are super boring in this game. They don't do anything with them. Not like Beasts of Bermuda. Which, by the way, I have my issues with that game. But at least the oceans you can explore in them. And this one, it's the same ocean. Just slightly deeper in some places and with some slightly different coral. There's nothing interesting in the oceans to do. And when you play as these guys, they have really cool models. They have really cool animations. But you don't see a lot of these guys around. If they change up the oceans, they would be solid A tier at least. Solid mid A tier, I would say. But with the oceans as they are, I'd have to unfortunately put these guys in C tier. It doesn't matter how beautiful the animations and models are. If you don't make their environment interesting, like the real ocean is, then you're not going to have anyone playing as them. Anyway. But yeah, solid C tier. Not great. Not great. AI schools of fish, attacking sharks, everything like that. Mirror Gaia. Alright, we're going to move on to Microraptor. Now, this is totally speculation. But if they give it kind of like an oxpecker niche, where it can just sit on animals using a stranger version of the Pounce rig, I think Microraptor would definitely be S tier. But S tier. If they let it hang on animals, S tier. It would look cool. It's very hard to mess up Microraptor. If they don't let it sit on the backs of animals, or at least hang off the sides, I think it would be pretty high in A tier. But this is assuming that they can do that oxpecker niche type deal. I would want Microraptor to be there. Ramp. I love Ramp. I think it's really silly. I love that people can just hang off of other people. And it's a seagull. It's an annoying little seagull. And I love Ramp. Ramp is so cool. Ramp is so cool. I love Ramp. Wear a mask then, Delay. Stop getting sawdust in your lungs. Delay and her simping of Ghost. Mirror Gaia. B tier. You already have Stego and Kentro. Don't get me wrong. Oh, welcome, Emperor. We're doing a tier list video. He can carry me out of Canada bridal style. Delay, what? What? Anyway. Mirror Gaia. Actually, I'll put it at the bottom of D tier. You already have Stego and Kentro doing its job. Why are you adding Mirror Gaia? Mirror Gaia kinda... Fitting Helldivers into the video. Very smooth, Litton. She's delusional at this point. It was Litton. Who else do you think it would be? But yeah. Mirror Gaia already has Stego and Kentro doing its job. Why do we need Mirror Gaia? It's a really cool Stegosaur. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool. But
world building is complicated.
Anyway, so Litton doesn't keep spamming noises. I really don't think Miragai needs to be added. It's alright. If they give it some pretty cool abilities, I'll definitely change my mind, but you already have really adorable Kentro here, and kind of obvious tank Stego here, and this is like a mid-ground, but do you really need a mid-ground for this guy? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like they should have added another sauropod instead of another stegosaur. Because we have, like, what, 3 ceratopsians in this game? Plus Packy, who is related to that group. You have, like, 3 tyrannosaurs. You have the allosauroids. You even have Pycno and Cerato, who are related to each other. But, like, one sauropod? Really? Couldn't pick another one? Like Pluto Titan or anything like that? A small guy? I don't know. Yeah, we literally only have one sauropod for Path of Titans.
Well, not in game. No. You can see the board. I know.
But it's just Hamarga. Well, Marga feels lonely.
Message from Dr. Grant.
But couldn't even add like a pro sauropod. I know they're called plateosaurids, but we're gonna call them pro sauropods right now. But yeah.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Seriously? Lytton? Imagine the mystery dinosaurs Diplodocus. I think it's a little too big for the map. Brontosaurus. I could definitely see Brontosaurus. Brontosaurus would be a great addition. I would love Bronto. Not even joking. Bronto's literally the... No, it's not. It's bulkier than a Pato. Or was a Pato bulkier? It's not going to get lumped in, sorry. Apparently there's enough differences in the neck and tail and legs for it to be a completely different species. It's not going to get lumped in. You have it from a paleo? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Anyway, yeah. I think I'm going to end the video here before Delay can simp for Ghost a little more and Lytton screams in my ear with another thing. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, that's perfectly fine. Anyway, just muting myself in Discord. 1 second. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and even if you didn't, that's perfectly fine. Sorry you saw me just closing these ads the entire video. They might as well be paying me with those. But I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good one. See ya.